Hello, 7-day challengers. It's Allison here. I'm coming at you from my car. I'm at work and on my lunch break, so had to cool the car down. It's super hot. Anyway, I wanted to share with y'all my story and why I came to Plexus and why I'm still with Plexus and why I share, and then just talk about the importance of our gut. Gut health is huge. So little background on me. I was diagnosed with a lymphoma, so a type of cancer, when I was 20. Hi, Rebecca. And underwent chemo and radiation. And, the years leading up to that, I didn't really think I was a sick person, but just looking back, I had lots of antibiotics as a kid and allergies and like asthmatic bronchitis and all kinds of problems, and antibiotics for this and that and for my acne. And I took a drug called Accutane at 17 and didn't realize that was actually like a form of a chemo drug. And I don't know, I'm surprised it's still in the market. Anyway, it's still out there. And so 2 years later, I got diagnosed with a cancer. So I really believe that our gut health is tied to a lot of our overall health. So I'll go into that in a minute. So anyway, fast forward after PA school. I went to PA school at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston. Worked in family medicine and then oncology for 10 years. Went back to family medicine, hated it because I was already learning about what I consider functional medicine where I work now. So that's where I'm at now. But I started getting a lot of anxiety in my late 20s. Wasn't sure why. I mean, things were going well. It just kind of started. Hey, everybody. And so that just kept getting worse. And for someone anyway, I think a lot of us feel like, why am I anxious? I should be able to control this anxiety, especially me, like type A, like I should be able to get rid of this anxiety. Even though I worked in traditional medicine, I didn't like taking medicine myself. So it kind of got to a point after having kids in my mid 30s where I was just not myself. I was not living my life. My husband probably thought, who did I marry? This crazy person. I was making excuses for going out and doing things with my friends because I was always afraid of having anxiety. I did have a panic attack at work one day, which was super scary. So I got off caffeine and things like that, but I just wasn't getting better. And so my sister, who has a PhD in psychology, even though she's a hairdresser now, I talked to her about it, and my husband had no clue. I mean, I'm just kind of like someone that keeps things in and tries to fix it, and that wasn't working. So I finally tried a medication, which didn't really help me the way I wanted it to. It wasn't like a magical pill. Did counseling, had another baby. It was just crazy. I was working full time, still super stressed out, unhappy. It was just a mess. And then things started getting worse. Like, I've had allergies since I was 20, but my allergies were getting worse. I was seeing an acupuncturist, just wasn't improving. I finally took myself off the birth control pill because I thought maybe that was contributing to some of my problems. I started having gut issues like diarrhea, and sorry guys, TMI, but just not well. I thought my gallbladder was failing. I would have these every 3-week waves of cramps and nausea, no appetite and pain in the area where your gallbladder is. It was just crazy. I was like, what is going on? And then to top that all off, I have 2 little kids. I'm tired all the time, cranky tired, where I want a nap every single day, and I don't get a nap because you don't get to nap typically when you have all that going on. So it was just, I was not good. And summer of 2014, I was actually looking for other means to earn a living and to help people. I was kind of just burned out as a PA. I was just done. And so saw my friends post about Plexus. Of course, my initial thought was, I don't need to lose weight. How is that going to help me? I don't believe in supplements. I used to tell my patients, just eat food. You don't need that stuff, because I didn't know that. I wasn't trained in that area. Doctors and PAs and most people that go through medical school don't get anything on nutrition, anything on supplements, nothing on natural medicine, and it's a shame, really. Hopefully that changes over time. So finally, after about 5 months of just being tired and sick and tired and sick and tired, I just said, what the heck? So I joined in October of 2014 Started with a pink drink only. I did one thing at a time because that's who I am. I'm kind of a crazy person that way, where I want to make sure something's working and I don't want to have a negative effect. I was always just really fearful of things. So started with a slim only. Loved it, loved the taste. It was really helping me in the beginning with food cravings. I used to have these like 3 o'clock sugar hunts at work, like where's the sugar, need something like a Coke or whatever, and you know, ew, gross. And I exercise and I eat healthy, and so it was just really sabotaging me. So that really helped me with that. I'm also a runner, and so about 10 days into just doing the drink, I went out for a run on a Friday afternoon after work, which usually I'd be like dog tired, and my legs did not feel heavy anymore. I felt really good. I felt like I could run super fast. And I remember coming home and going, okay, this is obviously helping me. I needed this. My body needed this. So then I added the vitamin and then the probiotic and so I kind of added the things. The things I take now are still Slim, the Probio 5, the Bio Cleanse, the X Factor. I'm going to switch to the X Factor Plus, and then I added the Vital Biome. So those are my main ones. Sometimes I do take the Mega X, sometimes I take Ease and other things, but those are the main ones that I've kept up with. So kind of fast forward, I no longer have allergies. I used to suffer terribly bad in the spring. I've not had any allergy issues at all for 2 years, which is, when you have allergies, like, it's amazing to not have them. That's not normal. And that's what I'm trying, you know, people need to realize that all these symptoms that I had, that's not normal. That is not normal to have these symptoms. It's your body's way of telling you something is wrong, something is wrong. So allergies are gone. My energy level's good. I sleep good. My gut is super good. I have super awesome poops now. Yeah, I'm sure you want to know that. Like, seriously. Anyway, like, sometimes I go and I'm like you want to pat yourself on the back. Like, that was so good. Anyway, so all that stuff is gone. And so what happened in the process is that I started doing all this research, and I learned all this stuff about gut health and blood sugar and all this stuff, you know. And so then I was going, everyone needs to know this. Everyone needs to have this, because this is what helped me. And so I had to get out of traditional medicine, because I no longer believed in giving a medicine for a symptom. And of course, when you believe something differently, it's not good to work somewhere where they don't believe the same thing. And they were actually getting mad at me for telling people about probiotics and supplements. And so I was like, whoa. So I had to get out. And luckily, I found a doctor nearby that does functional medicine, because his belief is the same as mine. And functional medicine is a belief that your body can heal itself if given the right conditions. The problem with our environment is that we're hit up by all these toxins and all this stuff in our food, and our food is processed and has all this sugar and all these chemicals that we don't know what to do with. And over time, and overuse of antibiotics and medication, guys, birth control pills causes a massive candida overgrowth. I was on them for 20 years. So all of this stuff is wreaking havoc on our body, and our gut has trillions of bacteria in it. So we are more bacteria than we are human cells, like 10 to 1. It's crazy. So our gut plays a huge role in our immune system, our neurotransmitter production, serotonin production, nutrient absorption. It helps our immune system function properly. So we need to take care of that. You know, and so by all these things in our environment and our antibiotics, that affects our gut in a negative way. And so you can develop something called leaky gut syndrome, which is what I had, and candida overgrowth, which is what I had. And we actually test for that here in my office. So by the time I came to work here, my candida count was super low, because I had been on Probio 5 and I cleared all that crap out. But what I did discover when I came to work here is that I had Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune thyroid condition, which totally makes sense, because I've had cancer and chemo and all these antibiotics. So it did not surprise me that I had some autoimmune issue. You know, and one autoimmune thing can lead to another. So, and by not taking medicine, by doing all this other thing with, you know, getting my gut healthy, staying on the plexus stuff, getting quality nutrients in, all I did with my diet really was take out dairy. My antibodies are normal, and I didn't take medicine. My thyroid levels improved. So it is possible to heal yourself The first thing we do with our patients is get their gut healthy, clear out the candida, probiotics. We add in quality supplements that they need. We remove toxins, or limit toxin exposure with the environment. We focus on the diet, we look for underlying issues like that. And so that is, it's just completely the same thing. And so I was going, oh my goodness, Plexus taught me all of this stuff. Plexus sent me down this path of learning how our body works so I can really help people. So it's been awesome, you guys. And so, getting back to the gut, we really have to, it's kind of like the soil. I'm learning about how our soil plays a role in our food quality and our food nutrient density. I'm also doing a health coaching course. I'm learning a ton. So think of your gut as like an ecosystem, and we have to take care of this bacteria. So I love, love, love that Plexus came out with these new products that help you seed your good bacteria even more. So, the Slim is great for blood sugar balancing, has alpha lipoic acid, which is good for helping you detox. Yay for that. So that's great for you and good for your body. It also has the prebiotics, which feed your good gut bacteria only. The prebiotic they chose was one that specifically just feeds your good bacteria, which is awesome. So it's increasing good levels of bacteria that we need. It also increases these fatty acids that help protect our gut. You guys, our gut lining is only 1 cell thick. Like, that is super tiny and little. So if it gets all messed up, you get these like holes in your gut lining, and all this junk that we're putting in gets into our inside of our body. And so your body just like launches this attack on it, and that's where the autoimmune stuff comes in. So, and that's the leaky gut part. Anyway, so we have to protect that. So the prebiotics are awesome in the new Slim. The Probio 5 I love because it's going to clear out the candida and rebalance. And then the Vital Biome has more colony forming units, so it's a higher potency, has 8 strains, and they're all really good strains. They've been like heavily clinically tested and researched, and they also go in and they seed your good bacteria. And then the X Factor Plus is going to give you all these essential nutrients that you're missing out on in your food. Nutrients of our food has decreased over the last 50 years because our soil is getting depleted from pesticides and over farming and things like that. And there used to be cows and stuff roaming on the fields pooping, and that fertilizes, and now they're all slammed into some I don't even know. Anyway, conventional farming is not ideal. So it's wreaking havoc. So we need the X Factor Plus is giving us our nutrients that we need. It's good for your thyroid health, your bone health. I was super excited about the additions of the zinc and selenium for the thyroid, because now I can get off of 3 extra supplements I was taking. Also has the polyphenols, which feed your good bacteria, just really helpful. So these are just awesome products. I know you guys are only on day 3, so it's kind of hard to know. But what I will say is that it didn't take you 3 days to get your health where it's at. It didn't take you 3 days to have these issues. It took me like 20 plus more years to have all this stuff. So it's going to take you time. It won't take you 20 years, but it will take you time. So you really need to give it I'd say at least a 6-month trial, because we tell our patients here when they walk in the door, you got to give us time. We typically say a year to 18 months overall if they have certain goals of weight loss or whatever. So you'll see a lot of us that are in this have done this for a while, but you will start to see some early changes, which I'm sure some of you guys are. Sleeping better, more energy, better control over food. That is just the beginning of I don't even know, the iceberg or whatever. That's just the beginning of unleashing your optimal beast, and that's your gut and all that stuff. So, be mindful of that. Be mindful of your changes. Give it some time. And, because, we've all gone through some stuff, but you do not want to be suffering with cancer or an autoimmune issue if you don't. If you can try to do some things about it now and try to prevent things in the future. I know sometimes things just happen and it sucks. But as much as you can do now to keep yourself healthy, do it, because there's some pretty sick people out there, and I think I was headed down that path. And for someone who's had cancer, you want to do as much as you can to not get a second one, or hopefully not get your first one. So that's what you want to do, is focus on that gut health. And I really think plexus is kind of like the leading on all this stuff. You know, they're just really doing their research and giving us good information. I did have my doctor look at our new stuff, and he was pretty impressed. So even said he may consider carrying some of our line in his office, because he does have some supplements that he has here. So anyway, just another validation. I don't need all that validation, because I mean, I personally believe in it. And that's why I share with other people. So I hope you guys stick with it. I will stop talking now so I can go. I'm sure you guys want to eat lunch. So thank you guys for being with me today, and good luck with everything, and I hope you guys do well and have some awesome success and results that you want. All right, have a good rest of the Wednesday.